Hello and welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to The Last Caretaker. Today's video is a little bit different than what I usually make, because usually I find either solutions or I break games in general, or actually present you with something. But today's video is about just, if I was a developer of this game, but I would have added to the game because, as you guys know, like I studied the roadmap, I said why I'm worried about the game and so on, but this time, I'm going to put myself in the shoes of the developer and say what I would have done if this was my game, for example. And you, the community, please let me know in the comment section what would you add to the game, or what would you give more priority to during these early access stages so you can enjoy your stay in The Last Caretaker a little bit. Number one thing, let's say, that I would add to this game is an internal connectivity system. One of the very sad things that you see in this game is this thing. See, electricity in, electricity out. But why? That was the first thing that came to my mind the first time I saw it. Like, one of the things that could be added to the game, like, instead of just having these connection points serve as a bridge from this side to this side, maybe, just maybe, put a core inside every building that's inside the game that it could just repair. And that would circulate, for example, power inside it, and it is still the same system. You connect electricity, it becomes charged, you turn it on, everything gets energy. That's number one. And it doesn't need to be complex. It can only be for electricity alone. That would make crafting stations, making bases, going around. It will give more meaning to have different settings and bases around the world. And also, for example, because the buildings in this game are so complex, like, I do not really appreciate the fact that I have to bring electricity from all the way from the rooftop, just using either that those stairs or this, for just being able to craft the stations and power them inside of this place. Yeah, and even for water, like, I'm producing water down there, and now, because there's nothing that actually makes the water circulate around, like, man, come on. I don't know what age this game is at, but, well, we can craft babies in the stations. Maybe pipelines are a thing too in this generation? Question mark? That was number one. And by the way, I'm trying to, like, keep the ideas that I have, like, relevant to what the game already has. So maybe if a developer watches this video, maybe it gives them a little bit of a help. Yeah. And the number two is adding exoskeletons and body parts. I am a very beautiful robot. I have been going to the gym. I am very fit. But I look like a caretaker. There are 3 different types of corpses or bodies of the past caretakers that we see all around the map. And we have the caretaker ones, and we have these other ones. What I would love to see is, for example, the caretaker one, maybe, when you find these, you can actually scavenge parts, body parts out of them. You add the body part, we already have skills, which gives us, or enhancers, let's say. Enhancers that give us vitality, engineering, hall mastery, blah, blah, blah. See, like, every single one of these give you stats or stat upgrades for something specific in the game. For example, scrapping, power management, blah, blah. Maybe, for example, the caretaker type could give you bonuses during production of nutritions, or production of items, or efficiency of production, or faster production when you actually build this stuff with your caretaker instead of, for example, just a crafting station. Because there's no upgrade almost that actually gives you, let's say, boost to maybe craft things with your fella. Oh, his eyes. with your fella. Yeah, like this menu, I haven't used this like in years now. Yeah, maybe this becomes relevant again because of that. Or for example, like military grade robots. This looks very much like a protection military robot. Maybe boosting to speed, accuracy, less recoil on this weapon, and yeah, see, like it already jumps so high. Maybe more accuracy on this. Maybe more efficiency to fuel and energy powered weapons on this ones. Yeah. And for these ones, these could be carriers. These could be, for example, we have boost to enhancement of your telekinesis, kinda. Yeah, the, oh, which one? Yeah, hydraulics. Maybe these ones can have improved hydraulics, increased carry capacity, because they are like carriers. Haul mastery efficiency is good. You get it from these fellows. Or for example, like battery you get from this, or maybe the this fellow is an explorer, and the stuff that you get from it, or the chips, or the body part that you get from it, gives you a boost to your pressure capacity because you're an explorer. Or a field medic, maybe you do that better, maybe shock absorption. You get the point. Yeah. And for the next one, give me a second, I need to go there. Alright, this next one is actually a mixture of two factors. Number one, if you have, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, spoiler alert, right now, Endgame is basically grabbing seeds from underfloor reserves, giving birth to the babies, making them go, like become mature seeds, and sending them to space with Exodus Station. Number one thing that could be added, maybe a colony management. Colony management like what? Like the types of babies that we're sending to space. They will have interactions with each other. Like one of the things that I think was foreshadowed, like one of the things, interestingly enough, the name of the picture that showed us like this thing on top of Lazarus, this gate, the name of that section was The Future. I don't know if they already have something like that in mind. So when you actually maybe have this thing. Oh god. 1 second. 1 second. I might have a small tiny problem here. And yeah, see, this is why I don't use the electro guns. You can just shoot these things up really fast. Yeah. Oh, please don't make me sink. Okay, that problem really is solved. Nice. Okay, so maybe a colony management for post-processing of, let's say, the babies that you're sending. Maybe you send babies that are door jammers. Oh no, we do not have enough engineers, caretaker. Please send engineer baby, headquarter manager baby, and this baby. So basically missions. Contract missions. Let's say not exactly contract, but let's say requirement things. And at some point in the game, also, going around scrapping and grabbing materials becomes futile. Because you have absolutely zero need for any of the resources that you're finding in the game. And the crafting aspect of the game becomes kind of like, well, yeah, let me just craft one of this and you will never touch the other ones. Yeah, so what can, another thing that could be added is the contracts that you make these things and you send them to space, because well, those babies maybe are making a base up there. They might need screens, they might need nano mesh things, and so maybe they need these, or maybe they just need raw resources, and we send the resources to them, so these boxes actually can get empty. I am done. I am so done with everything that I have in these boxes. I have nothing to do with them anymore. The resources are obsolete now. And another thing that will allow you to actually, or let's say push you towards exploration, could be random events. What random events? Oh, caretaker. something A was found in this place. You have 1 hour to go there. It will fade away. Yeah, like that would give us more meaning to actually like stay playing the game. That will increase the play time of the players. That's a side quest that would allow you to get memories. Like, because right now every station is a static in this game. There is no added, like if you explore almost everything here, you will run out of memories, you will run out of resources, and etc, etc. Random pop-up events like, oh no, something from bottom of the floor of the sea came up. Why don't you go and check that out, Caretaker? You go there, you scrap things, you grab a couple of memories, and well, it just sinks into the bottom of the ocean. And well, that would be a little bit problematic. Just put the stuff that you can get from there inside chests, because if they come up and they go down, this game has a floating system, so people can just wait for it to sink, and things that are on that, let's say, a station will actually float and just be here, so you don't even need to do the event. I just found the solution for an imaginary event that could happen in a game. Nice. There's not even an event, and I'm already finding bugs in it. Welcome to my brain, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to my brain. It is both a blessing and a disgusting thing to have around. Imagine living in this brain. It would drive you mad to live inside my brain. Well, I am mad myself a little bit. Okay, I'm moving on. Okay, anyways, these are the things that I would have added to the game, like very kindly. I don't know how much maybe some of these are from a developer perspective and coding perspective. But well, these are the things that I found interesting that could actually make the game more interesting too for you fellas. So let me know in the comment section, what would you add to the game? Or what would you prioritize in the development phase if you were the developers? Oh god. They're coming. Before they're coming, let me finish this video. I don't want to fight another wave. And ladies and gentlemen, thanks for the likes, thanks for your support, thanks for the hypes, thanks for the subscriptions, and thanks for memberships and supers. As always, caretakers, if it's nighttime, I hope you sleep like babies, and if it's daytime, I hope well, these things just pop out of your game for a while. I don't know why they exist. They don't literally bother you, but they bother you at the same time. They're just annoying, man. See you in the next video, fellas. See you in the next video.